Good afternoon. I was going to say morning, but man, I don't know. I've been moving since early this morning. Good morning, good morning. Hello, everyone. It is a pleasure to have you listening and working these programs. It's a pleasure to have you aboard, and it's heartwarming to see the incredible stories that you're giving us and feedback and your journeys. What you've accomplished for yourselves, I think it's just tremendous. You guys are just a whole bunch of really great souls. I'm glad you're aboard. I'm glad we're a team. A lot of things to do out there. A lot of people, and all you guys helping your friends and everybody. Boy, I'm telling you, we're all real proud of you. And it's just neat to see more and more people getting well. And your questions are definitely getting on point and good. I haven't brought your other 5 questions yet. Thank you, Kevin, for those. Really appreciate that, man. But I will. It's just a weekend full. I'm still working on eyes. If you want me to do your eyes from the class, I'm knocking them out pretty good. Dr. Jensen never did most of his eyes. Most people don't know that. He farmed them out, and I don't farm mine out. So you all will get eyes done by me. This is Danny. Danny, this is for you. Guys, let me show you Danny's eyes here. Can you see that? Danny's dealing with RA, which is rheumatoid arthritis. I've never seen a rheumatoid arthritis. I have one RA case in 40 years that didn't have sulfur. You see Danny's sulfur? And a lot of times, Danny, they're 10 times worse than your sulfur. Most of our RA cases, their eyes are almost orange with sulfur. And they're breeding all the fungus, all the uric acids, just all the extra acids from all of that. And just the suppression of the lymph system from antibiotics. And it just sets you up for acidosis and all that implies. The use of antibiotics is insane, and yet they're getting, I'll tell you, you're going nuts over it. They're trying to limit everybody's freedom. You know, look at what the FDA is doing over the raw milk issue. Amazing the fear man has generated over these things called bacteriums and virals and things like this, and not a proper understanding of them. You know, you can't blame them. You got to look at the human species and the diets and the toxicity levels and what I like to refer to as the culturing medium. You know, you have to always consider the culturing medium and the fact that you are offering one up. But Danny, these are good eyes, good strong constitution, bro. Interstitial lymphatic constipation all around the gut wall, definitely malabsorption. See all that orange and white around the wall here, just immediately around that pupil? Good strong. See how these fibers are good and straight around the eye, guys? Hope you can see this. Anyway, you've got sulfur, iodine, and looks like another drug in there. At least. So it just shows that when you have drug deposits that hang around, the lymph is hanging around because the lymph should clean you. But with that said, your lymph system isn't that bad. I've seen so much worse all the time, so I'm real happy to see that. I'll put you up with a strong constitution except for the GI tract and your lymphatic system. That's how you're going to see your eyes coming. Those of you that have strong genes mostly are that way except for GI tract and lymphatics in that way. But it's a strong gene person, a lot of drug deposits scattered all through. You got one in the gallbladder, you've got one in the right testicle, you got one in the hip, you got it in the groin, you got one in the adrenal gland, prostate, upper neck. I mean, you got them all over. You just have to detoxify all of this out. So let's look at this. You got a little prolapsing here just around right around here where your hepatic flexure turns and your transverse colon, you're ballooned right down in, or prolapsed right down in there. So you got some prolapsing, not too bad spasticity, some spastic on the other side, but really not bad. I know I'm popping up your parathyroid, little minor parathyroid on the right side there. Looking at that, a little throat weakness. Got drug deposited up into the C-spine, upper T-spine, get a little inflammation going up there with some genetics, some minor genetics mid-back, and then you pick up a tad bit of lower back. Pick up a little bladder weakness going on there, Danny, and that picks up with your kidney weakness on the right side. With that said, the prostate has a lot of inflammation in it. Minor knee, minor groin, that sort of thing. Tad bit of pancreatic. Gallbladder being the one more concernful for me. Clean up the liver and gallbladder would be a good idea. Some minor weaknesses in the upper lobe, mid lobe, a little lymph node swelling in the lower lobe, if you will. Clean the bronchial trunks out, real important. Some genetics in the right ear here a little bit, not bad. I'm picking on you because really you got some good genes, bro. With that said, I'm coming over here with the cerebellum, a little ear, medulla, mastoid, so that has all the possibilities of equilibrium, dizzy type things, but you got the genes to pull that straight, get that out of there, clean that up. I'll say you've got a good body for RA. Really, most of your focus with your sulfurs around the gut, so that's you're just really malabsorbed there. Really have to clean up your GI tract. Use the GI broom. I know you're moving your bowels well, but try to get up there and try to use that one if you will. A little nodal swelling up here in the upper lobe of the right lung. With that said, a little bit of spleen. You could use the spleen formula down the road, maybe for a bottle or two, and clean the spleen out. It's hard to say which kidney is the weakest. You have both kidney weaknesses. Don't see any really nerve rings or anything, so that's really good there. Your adrenals only look like they're acute or subacute weak. Not bad at all. I'm telling you, better look here. Little rectal wall weakness, if you will, and then going back to the prostate just a little bit. Some inflammation in the bladder. So that's really about all I see. Some congestion in the throat. You know, you might end up with a sore throat here. Again, upper neck a little bit here, but you get really good genes. You should be able to knock this out the park, son. With those genes of yours, really dig in and move lymph. You're feeling worse than what your body is, I'm sure. You know, but to really get that lymph moving, I don't see any cholesterol plaquing yet. You got good genes, man. So dig on and clean those acids out. Keep working on those kidneys. That's the only thing I can see here. And a little pituitary, though. Take that pituitary right side. Left side looks good. So could control the right kidney in that way. Thanks, Danny, for your help. I wrote you up a protocol. Jennifer's got it. Now, this is Jerry. I'm Dr. Morris, listening to your YouTube video and reading your detox museum. Book's been so educational. Thanks. Well, I hope so, Jerry, because I really, I love all you guys, and we need to get all you guys healthy and then help others to get well. So whatever we can do together. Thanks. I have liver cancer, cirrhosis with Hep B, candidate for a liver transplant according to Stanford Hospital. What a Stanford Hospital, no. 2012. I refused chemo and operation. Thank you, Jerry. Smart guy. I can feel the inflammation on my abdomen. And, well, remember, the GI tract is the trunk. The liver's just a branch. So you're all backed up all through there. Whenever you see a cancer issue, know it's a systemic problem, not a local problem. You might have breast cancer, prostate cancer, liver cancer, doesn't matter. That's still not a local problem. That's what they don't get. This is a systemic fluid problem. This is a systemic fluid that filters the acids away from the cells and through the kidneys and through the lymph nodes, which are full of bacteria and immune cells. You know, when that isn't happening, then you're going to retain acids, and then you're going to see the inflammatory response. And trying to stop the inflammatory response isn't the answer. Let me see. Give me some good stuff. What's your liver enzymes doing? Alkaline phosphatase. Where are we at with that, man? So we can see that. Although the liver, in terms of any problems with it, whether cells are being damaged and it's called cancer or whatever, livers are real easy to clean up and regenerate, but you got to clean up your GI tract to do it. And get your kidneys filtering lymphatically. Let's see here. Liver went down. Let me see. I can feel the inflammation on my abdomen, and my liver went down since going 100% raw food. Absolutely. Only way to do it, man. You'll pull yourself right out of this. You don't need a liver transplant. Rebuild the one you got. Starting this week, June 4th, I'm taking your 12 to 14-week protocol. I went to get off my viral medication, which the side effects is acidosis. Yeah, you have to. You know what? You're exactly right on, Jerry. Good man. Keep it up. I will let you know my progress. Keep up the good... Oh, thank you, man. Keep up the good work, Jerry. And I just came out this weekend with 13 new formulas, and I redid our liver formula. And I thought I took it from being very good to crazy good. So it should really help you out real well as we move on. But the liver is not a difficult place to deal with, to be honest with you. Neither is the pancreas, really. So you'll be successful with that. Stay high fruit, berries, and melons. Get away from the greens for a while and really pull that liver clean. Start on that 12-week protocol or so and kick butt. You should be able to kick that out fairly easy, but let us know about your liver enzymes and stuff like that. And I can talk to you a little deeper about that. This is Lily Mae. I know people get kind of freaked out when you speak about your spiritual growth and experiences, but I think spirituality is way more important than nutrition. I'm going to second, third, fourth, fifth, and sixth that one. And a lot of the spiritual giants that I know also that. The health is just part of the modus operandi of wellness of consciousness. And you're going to eat better to feel better in all your bodies. Absolutely. It's part of the process, but it isn't you again. This is all about, spirituality is about the you. Not about the bodies, not about anything else. It's really about getting to knowing yourself as consciousness, as awareness. And there is no definition to that. This is the hardest thing there is because it's totally opposite the mind. And we're raised with understanding through the mental faculties. The problem is we control the mental faculties or they control us. And basically our educational system has our mind controlling us. Well, that's in a society, when you can control the minds of people, you pretty much control everything. And of course the government knows that well on all levels. So the control of the human consciousness has always been up for grabs. All the lies and the deceptions and the propagandas and the stuff like this. Amazing what man is willing to do for the Federal Reserve notes, which are basically nothing but paper. It's paper money that's actually debt money. So you're trying to pay your debts with debt money, and you can't legally do that. Do you think it is possible to involve spiritualities to such a point where what you eat doesn't affect your physical body? I definitely know that. I mean, I'll say that in that there's a balance to you and your bodies. And that's what I'm saying with all these purists and these people that want to raw. I know, I wrote that line, but now, James, sometimes, and we were talking about that earlier, sometimes